Hey fellow comrades, welcome back to our newest Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going to be having a match against a person I found on Skype. I was looking for an RU match actually, but the guy replied two hours after, so I guess he didn't really come across that message of mine and he brought OU, which is fine. And I was like, yeah, OU is definitely not a thing that this team can handle. This is a Pokemon random generator team. And OU Sandstorm is something this team struggles against, and especially Fortress and Ferrothorn, those things can wall half of my team, if not all of it, outside the Rant and maybe Dusknoir. And Fortress is even worse. I mean, that thing walls me. But luckily the guy gives me the opportunity to Weather Ball that Pokemon away, something I was not expecting originally speaking, but it happened, and that is one of the biggest threats early down, and 5 more to go. Anyways, Sandstorm comes in here, ruins my little flower completely. I'm gonna need to switch out to Durant, hoping he's gonna play it offensively in form of Crunch or something of that sort, maybe even Stone Edge, but Stone Edge would have hit me hard. Yeah, that would have been something I would have really not liked, maybe even a far move, but he actually made the switch back there as I switch out to Durant, trying to bank on Hustle, but actually realizing he does have the Sand Veil instead of the Rough Skin, which is something that Garchomp should not originally use ever because it is banned. But you know, realizing that, I was actually quite lucky, even getting a flinch on top. So Hex kind of revolves around Sand Veil, but then on top of it all, I was the one getting Hex against him. So that was an enjoyable moment, I must mention that. Ferrothorn comes in here. I'm gonna switch out to my Leopard. It's been ages if I ever use this Pokemon. I don't remember using this Pokemon, so I barely face it. I may be wrong here. I know it's been 3 years when this game was like made, but still, some stuff just barely used. You just forget about those Pokemon, about their names. He's actually showing me he's got Curse, and that's probably the worst Ferrothorn my team can actually handle. Like, that is definitely the worst form of Ferrothorn. I need to somehow manage this. So switching out to my Grass Poke, another Pokemon I barely ever use. Cherish, I believe? No. Chess? No. I know, I've been reading comments. This is lame, Zeno. What the hell are you doing? Anyways, putting up the sun, going for Solar Beam, I guess, thinking Weather Ball. Maybe I don't have Solar Beam, but let's be serious here. This is a Grass type Pokemon. Solar Beam shall be in here, and we shall abuse it to our needs, to our advantages, trying to get some amazing damage. And they're actually one-shot and Melodic. That's incredible. Garchomp comes in here, and we're probably in a pickle now because Garchomp is a problem. Now, I was not expecting, originally speaking, that I will be faster, but I was. And you know, he's gonna switch out to Tyranitar this turn. I'm actually modest on top of it all with Life Orb. This thing packs like an absolute monster. You know, his punch is just strollish, but unfortunately Sandstorm, you know, being in here is probably gonna make my flower go down to waste with the help of poison. So that was a good move on his part. Switching out to my Sandslash, thinking, well, this is probably gonna be the best opportunity. For a second, totally blanking, forgetting that he still has that Drifloon, that Ghost type immunity to Rapid Spin and Earthquake. In worst case scenario, I may have Stone Edge, but that was definitely not a turn I would have ever go for, especially after forgetting about that Ghost immunity to Rapid Spin for a second there. Anyways, gonna go for the Stone Edge. He's gonna go for the Minimize, and here I start to realize, I was kind of thinking, you know, but then I start to realize this guy is new, and I'm struggling. I am definitely struggling. Like, his team against my team, Ferrothorn alone with Curse and so forth. I mean, his team can definitely handle me. I was thinking, how am I handling this guy? Like, half of the match I was thinking, how am I still alive? But then I started to realize this guy is new, and it's not the only reason. You know, that the movesets like Pin Missile on Ferrothorn is definitely not the preferable option when you think about it, but you know, to each his own. Everybody starts somewhere. You gotta get people some chances, but you know, I sort of need to mention this some stuff at the end of this video, so you know, we can kind of, you know, let some stuff loose. You know, people should understand the basic rules of this game, to, you know, to respect them as other respect the rules, playing by it, and you know, not just go into it not knowing much. But we're gonna go into that as the game goes on. Anyways, switch now to our to our ghost guy. You're thinking, you know, this Dusknor can definitely handle Ferrothorn as long as I put up the gravity. The Fiend is asleep. On top of it all, Dynamic Punch is definitely gonna handle, but he switches out to Tyranitar after I put up the gravity. I don't want to be risking any crunches involved, so I switch out to my Cursula. He actually forms a Dark Pulse, which is a special variant of a Dark move coming down from his Tyranitar, and I do have Mirror Coat, thinking, is it Mirror Move or Mirror Coat? I believe it's Mirror Coat. Yeah, Mirror Coat. I try to bounce it back, but unfortunately guy switches out, makes a good move there. I guess I should have think about it. That thing is definitely not a, you know, fully special, who runs fully special Tyranitar nowadays, or even ever. I never really faced a fully special Tyranitar to begin with, but I was thinking he's gonna go for the special move of some sorts. He switches out to Ferrothorn. I'm gonna need to switch out straight to my Dusknor. Don't want to be risking too much. As long as gravity is up, Dynamic Punch does have a chance to hit, but now gravity is gonna go back to normal, so we're gonna need to set up one more time. Given some luck, we're gonna score a crit. Not really, but we're definitely gonna score a hit on him. So Ferrothorn, not being the smartest thing alive, it's gonna hit himself. That is definitely a good, enjoyable sight to behold. We're gonna go for the Shadow Punch, 60 base. It is powerful enough to take the Drifloon off guard. He was predicting the Dynamic Punch. On top of it all, trying to stall down my gravity, but unfortunately it didn't work for him. I read that move like an open book, and it works into my favor by taking him out. Now Garchomp is gonna strike in here. Here is where I made a really bad move, going for the Dynamic Punch instead of Shadow Ball. Not Shadow Ball, Shadow Punch. Wow, I gotta get my facts straight. Anyways, just gonna go for, you know, I am adamant I should have Shadow Punch there, because this is just a problem. I'm making mistakes one after another. I switch out to Durant. I should have switched out to Durant back before, because the gravity goes down here, and I should have switched him in after gravity was still up. I should have not let my Sand Slash go down like that. But Iron Head, another mistake, because Iron Head, this thing resists, and you know, Xscissor is still 100 base accuracy. It's still, you know, it's just a recommended option against his last remaining Garchomp, Tyranitar, and Ferrothorn. It can at least hit neutrally, but in the end I decided to go for Iron Head, get some Iron Barbs, but outside of that, I guess it wasn't the biggest mistake you can make. You can make worse. Yeah, we're just gonna switch out to Cursula, thinking Cursula, well, it's probably gonna be our Death Fodder. Checking out his team, he's got a Garchomp. It's probably not gonna be working for us at all, and he did take us off guard with an Earthquake on the switch. Switching out to our Durant, thinking, well, we can take one, we can Iron Head, and then Iron Head his next incoming Garchomp with Sandveil if we are gonna hit, but unfortunately we miss twice in a row, and that's gonna be the game. You know, like I mentioned, this guy is pretty new. He doesn't know about the basic rules, and I got completely destroyed. I got honestly destroyed by him, even after not really playing by the basic rules. You know, I had Sandveil, Sand Slash as well. I should have run Sand Rush to begin with, but I forgot to change it. Still, that was the match for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and that's gonna be it for today. So good match to my opponent. If you're playing against players, you know, you want to go real against others, you should respect them at least as much to where you actually go read the rules before facing them, because, you know, not reading the rules, just getting in there, having a match, and maybe even going for the evasion clause with minimize, those moves are banned. Remember that. Moves like a Mud Slap, those are allowed, but moves like directly, like double team that affects your Pokemon completely, those moves are evasion clause and they're banned. You know, I'm just saying this because I don't want to be coming down to the same scenario. The reason I upload this match is because Nintendo was the Nintendo connection isn't the greatest nowadays. I've come to realize it was better when I last recorded my matches, but I don't know what's up with the servers at the moment. They're really bad. I had some great matches, but I only have one, a good one, that I will upload later on sometime in the future, which is probably going to be very soon. But I was like, you know what, this match is going to do for now. Until next time, guys, peace out.